Hello my Beatles friends, welcome back to another video. Now it's time to talk about McCartney's new album, Boys of Dungeon Lane. Yesterday I received the package and I made my unboxing in the car, as you saw. I was late at work, by the way. And I listened to this album like 4 times. I listened to it on the cassette. I haven't listened to the vinyl yet. Maybe one song on the vinyl and a couple of songs on the CD in the car. But mostly I listened to it on the cassette on my stereo. Yeah, I just want to, show you what we got. Cool cassette. I'm going to show it to you slowly. Now, this one was made in England. The CD was made in Germany. And the vinyl was made in Czech Republic, which is kind of interesting. What I like about this one is that it has this beautiful insert, just like the old days we had cassettes. And I think that this picture here fits very well the cassette. I remember as a kid in the 90s getting an official original cassette. Was wow! And then I was just cutting the papers and folding it to make it look cool. But this one is a real nostalgic collectible item, which is good to have. Then we have the CD. Now, I bought only one CD. This is the green lettering. That's the track listing. And like I said yesterday, just the single paper. It's not gatefold or digipack or whatever you want to call it. Now, the insert, the inner sleeve of the CD is more greenish collage. Usually it's red, but this one is green. It came with this beautiful postcard, which I framed and fits well with my wall. That's the CD, which I keep in a separate CD sleeve. This booklet. Now, I have to admit that I'm a bit disappointed with the booklet. I mean, it looks like a cheap pulp paper that you just buy and just for the notes. I mean, I understand that this is the intention how it should look like, but I didn't think that Paul McCartney's handwriting is such impossible mess to read. I mean, the only way that I can read it is listening to the songs and following and hearing what's written to understand what's written. If you understand what I mean. That's the CD. And here comes the vinyl. Now, the vinyl actually came damaged. The gatefold, the opener is a bit torn. And here we have a SIM split. And I didn't notice that yesterday, but I noticed that yesterday evening. So I took everything out. So that's the gatefold. That's the gatefold version. Complete white cover and also the signature, but it's not embossed. But this one is embossed. And that's the back. But I really like is the collage here inside. I mean, that's a cool one. And as you can see here, we have a tear. It was damaged. And here it is SIM split. But I like also the addition to the other vinyls that we have this inner sleeve, because the other vinyls, which are non-gatefold, the collage picture is on the inner sleeve. And then you have a booklet, inner sleeve, and the single cover. But here we have gatefold, the collage inside the gatefold. We have a booklet, and now we have to put the vinyl somewhere. So this is the inner sleeve of the vinyl, which is kind of cool. It's a minimalistic kind of thing. Boys of Dungeon Lane, Paul McCartney, and that's it. And this is the booklet, a book. Oh. This one is on black vinyl, 180 gram vinyl. Like I said yesterday, I also have the pink one, which was taken by my uncle from the Dussmann listening party. To the songs themselves, we have the following. Now, the only thing that I like about the cassette is the only issue that has the song titles printed, not written by hand. So you can actually read and understand. And yeah, So this first song is As You Lie There. I have my notes here. I want to highlight the songs that I like the most. Well, the first one, As You Lie There. Nice rocker, starts kind of slow with spoken intro like Barry White kind of thing, but it leads you somewhere. It's not ruining the song. It's romantic, it goes to rock, kind of evolves. Nice guitar solo and nice melody. I mean, it's a really catchy song, and I like how he uses his voice there. He's like, oh, yeah, but he's not. Yeah, I like this voice. I like his voice on that song. I have to admit that with his mid-80s voice, his rockers kind of go better than ballads. It's kind of cool. I mean, I really like that song. The second one is also rhythmical and continuation of a first in a style, in a type. A nostalgic song, just, you know, a weaker song than the first one. So I think for me right now, this song is a little bit skippable. But anyway, I'm going to listen to it a couple of more times. This is not as catchy as the first. And that leads us to the third song, which is already a classic. Okay, let's agree on that. It's a classic. We listened to that song like 3 weeks ago, and it's a song about John. It's about nostalgic. And once again, his voice works here very well, because his voice conveys the feeling of an old man missing his friend, and he misses those days. And it's like a memoir. So that voice fits that song very well. I mean, imagine him singing that song with his 1969 voice. So once again, his voice here works very well. Now, fourth song, which is Ripples in the Pond. This one is a bit upbeat, bringing up the mood. And I like the phrase, let's make ripples in the pond, let's see how far it goes. I like the lyrical metaphorical meaning here. I mean, let's try and let's see how far we go. You know, it's a very good motivation lyrics, I would say. Really liked it. And I really like the heavy rocker chorus, but nice melodical song. And his voice once again works really well here, and I like the drumming on that song. Good song from song number 5, Mountain Top. Nice pop song. Ending is rocky, heavy kind of ending, but other than that, also a bit skippable song for me. Not really catchy. I really like the ending of it, but other than that, it's a skippable song for me. Now the one that we've been waiting for, he was talking about that song a couple of times in these interviews. This is Down South. This is the song about George and getting to know him, and about his, hitchhiking to the South. Really nice, nostalgic storytelling song. And I have to admit that several songs, when he's nostalgically telling the story of his past, like Days We Left Behind, and also Down South, and also in the future one will be Salesman Saint. All of them go acoustic kind of slow kind of songs, and those songs reminds me from the new album. It reminds me the song The Early Days. I mean, those songs kind of are similar. So I think Days We Left Behind and Down South also could fit the new album. But I like the lyrical theme, how he's talking to George and how he has a conversation with George, just like Here Today with John. And the story, I mean, he's just, just a nostalgic song, thinking about his past. And also his voice fits here wonderfully. And I like that, oh yeah, reminds us something, oh yeah. I mean, he still got it. He still got it. Next one, We Too. Now, here he talks about John. This song reminds me type songs from the Flaming Pie. There is a little catch. I may be mistaken, but it reminds me of a young boy. He's just a young boy. I mean, it reminded me of that. I mean, I caught few notes there. I might be wrong. This is another, storytelling about John, and nice melody, nostalgic fantasy. And it tells you that Paul is still John Lennon's biggest fan. We flip the cassette, we flip the vinyl, and we go to Come Inside. This one really fits into a Egypt station type. Fast rocker, high voice. I like it. It's a good move. Also, once again, he plays nicely with his voice. Drumming is good. And guitar playing is really good. But other than that, it's not really a special song or anything like that. I mean, it's just a nice rocker. Song number 9, Never Know. Gentle, slower song, popish, but I like this bit, which is oh, 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 or no, no, no. That's a cool kind of thing. I liked it. Once again, his voice fits very well. I mean, the production, it shows that production job was done perfectly. I mean, those songs are fit very well to his voice. And once again, I don't think it would fit his younger voice. Those songs were specifically chosen for his voice. But that song kind of repeats itself. I mean, there is nothing really special about it. Only this oh, 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 and no, no, no bit, which I liked. But other than that, once again, another skippable, maybe a skippable song, but I gotta listen to it a couple more times. And then we have the second single, which is Home to Us. This is once again reminds me of New or Queenie Eye from the new album. And it's also talking about the past and Liverpool and home and about the mothers and how they grew up and their home to us. I mean, that song could resonate with every one of us. I mean, I also can think about my hometown where I was born and I was growing up in the yard and in the street and playing with my neighbor friends. And, you know, it fits many of us. But it reminded me of Queenie Eye and New melodically and stylishly and production wise. So catchy song, but I wouldn't say it's a classic one. But I like how he talks about John and George in this album, and he couldn't skip Ringo, so he brought Ringo to sing. I mean, Ringo thought that he would be just drumming on it or just sing one line, but Paul said no, it's a proper duet with you. So they recorded it. It was a nice story. He made a couple interviews about that song. Life Can Be Hard. But this one is a beautiful song, but his voice a bit high, but still I think it works. But his voice a bit, I love here the phrase "she loves me." She loves you, she loves me, and then later will be she loves him. How he plays with that phrase. I mean, that's a nice thing. That song brings me a jazz vibe, I would say. Reminds me of Honey Pie. And I think if John listened to that song, he would say this is another Paul McCartney's granny songs. Next one, song number 12, which is First Star of the Night. This is the one that was recorded in Costa Rica and with the rain in the beginning, and he was bored during his concert tour, and that's what I picked up from the internet. It brings me a vibe of a lounge kind of thing, or it could be a soundtrack to some kind of a rom-com movie. It gives me a lounge, nice, slow song kind of thing, you know, and that could fit perfectly to an acoustic concert. We left with 2 songs. Now, these 2 songs I believe to be very, very personal to Paul. Because first of all, he's talking about his parents and then he's talking about his mother. But in the first song, he talks about mostly about his father. And I noticed that in both these songs, some lyrics repeat themselves. Like raise the family and things like that. So the song which is called Salesman Saint is about the parents, a nostalgic song about past. Again, like I mentioned, all of them are kind of slow, acoustic, storytelling type songs. How hard life was in those days. This is about father and how they learned, how they adapted themselves after the war. And slowly we go to the last song, Mama Gets By. Now this song talks mostly about the mother and how difficult it is to be a wife, how difficult it is to be a mother and how to raise the children, because fathers sometimes work and they are not present as much as the mothers. So this is the beautiful closing track of the album. This is the very respectable, it gives respect to the mothers. And this song makes you want to cry and makes you want to call your mother. I mean, Paul does it again. It's a beautiful, beautiful song. And lyric-wise, it tells a beautiful story. And the melody is perfect. So I think these two songs are the perfect songs for closing the album. So overall, I would say this is a slow, consistent album, storytelling album about the past and nostalgic, kind of memoir kind of thing. And I have to say that so far, out of 14 songs, I have 3 songs which I think are skippable. But once again, I might be wrong. I have to listen to it once again, or twice, or 3 times. But this one is solid. And it's a storytelling about his past, about his life, and mentioning several aspects of his past life. And I also like this Before We Learn How to Twist and Shout with George. It's a beautiful one. And few songs mentioning, not mentioning, but, resembling a conversation with John and talking about his parents and about his childhood. And I think that collage in the gatefold also beautifully shows his feelings. So overall, I would give it, right now, I would give it between 7 and 8 out of 10. Because there are 3 or 4 songs which I would skip, to be honest. But I have to listen to them once again. Maybe they will grow on me. And I have to give it to, at least a week of listening on the loop. And then I can give better thoughts. So it's worth listening, it was worth the wait, and there are a few beautiful songs here. You still feel Paul is on the run, man on the run. And I don't think that it is his last album. So please do me a favor, stop saying lost great album. I don't think that's his last album. Okay, relax. Okay, so once again, Boys of Dungeon Lane, my first initial thoughts. Great album, go pick it up. Tell me in the comment section below, which album do you have? By the way, I forgot to mention that I also have this pink vinyl and this poster. Now, each town, they had a listening party. And actually what I realized that each town, each store that had a listening party was giving free promo merchandise, but the merchandise was different. There is not exact the same merchandise that was in Liverpool or London that was given in Berlin. In Berlin, that poster was given. And I haven't seen that poster anywhere else, because there was a different poster, Paul being young on the mountain, this poster, and also postcard in the bag was given, and the album artwork postcard was given. But in Berlin, there is only one thing, and that poster and pink vinyl. So I don't have it with me yet, but I will get it soon. Right now, what I have is this one, this gatefold, beautiful thing. I'm glad that I have this postcard. It's framed. And I'm thinking about getting another album that has similar picture but different picture, and frame it as well. But that's the only reason why I took the green CD, because of this postcard. All right, so these are my first initial thoughts. Tell me what you think. Write me in the comment section below which one you took, what you think. I watched other YouTubers reviews videos as well, and I hope you like mine. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.